If you're into Pokemon, you've probably heard of a Nuzlocke before. Well, I attempted one of Pokemon Emerald over on TikTok. The catch? Everything was random. Things got crazy. We had deaths, highs, lows, so many close calls. And if you want to see how that went, here's the complete version. We're starting a brand new Nuzlocke that you guys get to be involved in. The rules are simple.
Learn your rules. You better learn your rules.
You can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter on each route. If a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead and can no longer be used. We can't train our Pokemon up past the level of the next gym leader's ace. We are not allowed to use items in battle. Only held items and Pokeballs are allowed. And the most important rule, all Pokemon must be named after followers and commenters. So if you want to be part of the journey, make sure to hit that follow button. Leave a comment below to have a Pokemon named after you. Okay, so he's just got a Deoxys just chilling in his pocket. Don't F with this guy, no worries. Great parenting right here. We're literally thrown in the back of the moving truck. No seatbelt, just flopping around in here amongst all the boxes. Very good parenting. Tiring? Dangerous, maybe. Okay, what is this commotion? This is the same man that had a Deoxys in his pocket. Why is he not using that to get rid of this silly Zigzagoon? Now it's time for everyone to get involved. Your first job, guys, is to pick our starter. So we have our 3 options. So option 1 is a Gyarados. Very nice. Option 2, we have a Sunkern, a little bit on the opposite side of the scales there. Option 3 is a Ludicolo. We put the call out and you guys responded. After I counted up all the votes, there was only 1 vote separating Ludicolo and our eventual winner, Gyarados. As per the rules, all Pokemon are named after you guys, so Redster, thank you very much for the comment and the subscription. This one is for you. I'll try and do my best to honor your request of keeping this thing alive.
That's called foreshadowing.
Esteban, let's see what you got. A Snubble? Hopefully a Sky Attack should be enough to finish this thing off. Oh, it's got Spark. That is quad super effective against us. Can we finish it? Let's go! So our Nuzlocke has officially started and it's time to start catching some Pokemon. Squirtle was our first encounter, but unfortunately we couldn't catch it with the balls that we had. On to the next route. A Machop! Okay, not too bad. Hopefully this should be easy to catch, although I thought that about Squirtle and look where that got us. 1, 2, 3, and caught. Alex, thank you very much for the comment. This one's after you, bud. A Magneton, not too bad at all. And caught. Sam Bass, thank you very much for the follow. This one is after you, bud. Okay, time for our next encounter. Gardevoir, nice. This thing looks good. Wait, no, not like that, not like that. Welcome to the squad, Gardevoir. Not Gims, thank you so very much for the comment and the follow. This one's named after you. Next encounter time. Aggron. Okay, defensive beast, we take that. Yes, let's go, Aggron. Layla, thank you very much for the comment. This one's after you. Time for the next encounter. Ooh, Flareon. We get it. Second ball, let's go. Lagoon? I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for the follow and the comment. This one is after you, mate. Our last encounter before the gym, what can we get? A Politoed. Okay, 3 shakes. And there we go. Politoed is captured. H, this one is after you. Thank you very much for the follow and the comment, mate.
Hello there.
We've built the team, and now it's time to take on
Roxanne!
Alright, Roxanne, what have you got for us? An Nincada? That's fine. Burn that thing to a crisp. Well done, Largan. A Marowak? Nothing a Needle Arm can't handle. Crit Facade? That's fine. We might kill with this hit. Yep, nice. 2 down, 1 to go. Nothing that Layla can't handle. 1 and 2, and that's it for Spearow. We took down Roxanne pretty easily, so that's badge number 1 for the run. TMs are randomized, so this will be not Rock Tomb, it'll be a Powder Snow. Okay, not a bad ice type move. Everybody look at me, 'cause I'm sailing on a boat. Now that we've picked up the old rod, we can get an additional 3 encounters here from the water. Our Route 107 encounter is a Rattata. Not renowned for being one of the best Pokemon out there. Perfect. That's what we want to do. We don't want to waste a lot of balls on the rat. Celsius, thank you very much for the comment, and this one's named after you. 85,000th time the charm. Nope. Can we get something different? Come on. Oh boy! Yes, we can. We can get something very different. Oh my. Oh my god, let's go! Second ball. We got that. We actually spent more time trying to fish up something that wasn't dupes than catching the Mewtwo. Mitchell, thank you very much for the follow and the comments. Mitchell the Mewtwo's got a nice ring to it. Leftovers, that is a very good item to pick up. Granite Cave encounter up next. Scyther, very cool. One of the best bug types. 2, 3. Let's go. Scyther, welcome to the squad. Juicin, thank you so much for the comment and the well wishes. This one's after you. A Master Ball! Let's go! We've just found a Master Ball in Granite Cave. And now it's time to take on the man himself. A Clam Pearl. Nothing too crazy. We can probably just go for some confusions here. We've got Needle Arm too, which is obviously super effective. Smoke Screen. Good strat. Despite the Clam Pearl's accuracy lowering attempts, we are still able to easily take it down. Spinder comes out and tries to set up with Belly Drum, but that makes it all too easy prey for a Karate Chop. Whismer puts up a little bit of a fight, but it's one of Brawly's usual fighting types that gets the better of him. And that's badge number 2. Now we're on the way to Slateport so we can start getting a few more encounters. Alright, what can we fish up from Route 109? An Igglybuff. I mean, our last 2 encounters have been a Scyther and a Mewtwo, so we can't complain too much. Igglybuff's kind of pink like a pig, so Got Bacon Bro, thank you so very much for the follow. This one's after you. We've almost got an embarrassment of riches so far. We've got some great encounters, so I think what we're going to do, there's no way we can leave Mewtwo off the team. It's Mewtwo, like you can't not. So I think I'm going to swap it with Magneton, seeing as we don't have any electric type moves on it yet anyway, and hopefully we can teach Mewtwo the Thunder TM that it was holding when we captured it. This way we also get rid of another Steel type for that weakness there. It does mean we will have 2 Psychic types on the team, but it's one of the best types in the game and they're both pretty universal with the move coverage that they're hopefully going to have. Time for our next encounter. Beedrill, okay. It's a shame we haven't got Megas in this game because Mega Beedrill, whew, very, very nice. Beedrill captured. ABC Kid, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Loudred, and Loudred has been captured. Stolen Riches, thank you very much for the subscription. This one's after you. Alright, it's time to take on our rival once again. Electabuzz, now that's a solid Pokemon. Ooh, that did big damage. Of course we miss our attack. Her Electabuzz came out and did some solid damage, but we switched to the Big Gun Mewtwo to get the job done. Hoppip put up little resistance against Gardevoir, and a couple of magical leaves were all it took for Flareon to take care of Feraligatr. Once again, May is no match for us. We've made it to Moorville, and now we fight rival number 2 in Wally for the first time. Well, he's gone from Wally to Wellington, so maybe that's what Wally's short for. Let's go for that quad super effective Needle Arm. Bye-bye. Wally, piece of cake. Time for our Route 117 encounter. Poochyena, I mean, nothing too crazy, but we like dogs. Obviously, it is the mascot of the channel, so Poochyena is caught. Jaden, thank you so much for the comments and the follow. This one's for you, mate. We've leveled up the team on all the trainers in the local area, and we've beaten all of the gym trainers. Now it's time to take on Watson. 4 Pokemon. Ooh, Blastoise. Going for Splash is a very interesting strat. Let's go. After going for Splash and missing some attacks and a potion, all Blastoise can do is confuse us, but Largan breaks through to get the first knockout. 1 Sky attack from Redster is enough to take care of Watson's ace in Illumise. This is going to really hurt someone. Is it going to be me or him? It's going to be him! Let's go! Alex breaks through confusion for a +2 cross chop that absolutely destroys Smeargle. Then we're back to where we started the battle, with Largan taking care of his final Pokemon with a single flamethrower. And that's badge number 3 for the run. Ah, another garbage TM. We're 3 badges down and we're about to get our Route 112 encounter. Victory Bell's not terrible, but unless we have a Leaf Stone, we can't actually evolve this thing. But that's okay. We'll still try and catch it. Weeping Bell captured. Oscarvis or Oscarvis, thank you very much for the comment and the support. What will our Fiery Path encounter be? Tauros, not bad. A Pokemon that I don't actually mind, but have never really gotten to use, so we'll take this. Boom, and Tauros is captured. Thank you very much to our first follower on TikTok, Muy Bueno. This one's after you, mate. Time for our Route 113 encounter. Okay, that's dupes, so we get to re-roll and look for another Pokemon. A Vigoroth! With randomized abilities, Slacking is one of the most broken Pokemon in the game. Boom! Let's go! Vigoroth, the skinny sloth, is captured. Megami, thank you so much for the follow and all the comments. I love the character, I love the username choice. This one's after you. Now it's time for the Route 114 encounter. Ooh, a Dragonair! Dragonite is one of my favourite Pokemon, so we will very gladly take this. Boom! Yes! Nova Sands, thank you so much for the follow. This one's after you. Meteor Falls encounter. A Totodile! And Totodile is captured. Vert, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. We've temporarily changed the team a little bit just because some Pokemon we didn't want to get too close to the level cap before fighting Flannery, but here we are, ready to take on Maxie. What a lead. Well, we need some high rolls here. 8s are obviously really good, but with its buff defense and the fact that we're only a Machop, not Stab, that's good. We get a bulk up for free thanks to the healing turn. We're going to bulk up one more time. Unless we die. Well, there it is, everyone. The first death of the run. Man, that's rough. After handing us our first death of the run, Entei finally goes down. 2 Crush Claws are more than enough for Cast Form, and we finish off Maxie, but the win came at a price. I hope this day wouldn't come, but it has. The first death of the run. The very first encounter that we captured. So long, old friend. We're going to get this done for you. Goodbye, Alex the Machop. Please pay your respects to the fallen comrade. It's time for us to take on Flannery, the 4th gym leader. Largan gets the lead. Let's go for... Ooh, E-Speed. Stab E-Speed on a Lickitung. That's a lot of damage. It could have Super Luck or something, so we want to be careful here. Without having the priority, we outspeed Lickitung to finish it off with a Flamethrower. A Needle Arm from Gims is all that we needed to take down Totodile. Unfortunately, we lost our fighting type, so we're just going to have to brute force this thing. A Crush Claw makes light work of Cleffa. Tauros put in a great effort, but then we switch out to Lala for a couple of Steel Wings to finish off her ace and get us the 4th badge of the run. Alright, can we get a good TM here? Come on. That's exactly how I feel about all the average TMs we've been getting. Frustration. Another cool thing about Pokemon Emerald is that we actually get 2 encounters here instead of 1. Well, technically 3 if you count the fossil. So we get the desert encounter itself, the encounter inside the tower, and then we also get the static Pokemon in the fossil. Let's see what we can get inside the tower. An Omastar? We're getting a fossil encounter before our fossil encounter. Omastar is captured. Saki, I hope that's how you pronounce it. Thank you very much for the subscription. This one's after you. Now that we've got our Mirage Tower encounter, let's get our actual desert encounter. A Lombre. So, for all of those that voted Ludicolo as our starter, might actually be getting their wish. And there we go, Lombre has been caught. Dylan, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you, mate. We handed in our fossil, and the encounter turned out to be Snorlax. Shay, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Alright, time for our Jagged Pass encounter. Hitmontop. Okay. We always like a good Beyblade. And Hitmontop is captured. Isaac, thank you very much for your comment. I know you said that Hitmonchan would be a killer, so hopefully Hitmontop can do the same thing. Unfortunately, during the gym trainer fights of the 5th gym, Hitmontop met its end. Its run on the team may have been short, but we will not forget its pure power contributions as we say farewell to the 2nd member of the run. We unfortunately did lose Hitmontop, but we switched back to Tauros, and now it's time to take on the 5th gym. Pinsir, okay. Thanks to a defense drop, 2 Crush Claws take care of the first Pokemon Pinsir. Thanks to getting a flinch, 2 Needle Arms take care of Azumarill without us taking any damage. Another Needle Arm easily one-shots Corphish. Spinder is his ace, which he actually does have in the normal games. Spinder rocking the Belly Drum Citrus Berry strat could be very, very concerning. Come on, we got to finish it with this return, otherwise we might be in trouble. Let's go! Well done, Redster. After a fair bit of struggle, we finally take the Spinder down, defeating our dad, which gives us the 5th badge of the run. Rolling Kick, we already have that one! Ugh. We now have access to Surf, which gives us a whole new world of encounters. We've got encounters coming out the wazoo. Starting off with our Surf encounters is right here in Petalburg, where we find a Lunatone. Lord Kexamord, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Thank you very much for the subscription. This one's after you. Alright, our new Morville encounter. A Gligar. I mean, unfortunately it's not Gen 4, so we can't get Gliscor, but it is what it is. Gligar has been captured. October Ajax, yes, you definitely should play this game again. This one's after you. Alright, time for our Route 118 encounter. A Silcoon. Yay.
Sometimes maybe shit.
Coop, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Our Route 119 encounter. And the Sableye has been captured. Dine Parala, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. We've cleared through the Weather Institute. Now we just need to take down the admin before we can get a static encounter. Metacham, that's fine. I think we go into Mewtwo for Psychic will be neutral, so... Despite getting up a couple of Calm Minds and putting 2 of our Pokemon to sleep with Spore, her first Pokemon Metacham goes down. And Gyarados also takes down her final Pokemon with a single Surf. And as a reward for clearing out Team Aqua from the Weather Institute, we're gifted a Pokemon. This is normally Cast Form, but let's see what encounter we get. A Parasect! Okay. The UK Kid, thank you very much for the comment over on Instagram. This one's after you. After taking care of the Weather Institute, it's now time to fight our rival May. Alright, sends out a rat. That's fine, we can deal with Eradicate. Oh, can we get 4 and finish it off? Yes, we can. Thanks to hitting 4 times, Rock Blast is more than enough to finish her first Pokemon, Raticate. Bayleaf comes out, so Largan does its thing and one-shots it with a Flamethrower. There's the Ludicolo that we could have had as our starter if we didn't choose Gyarados. I thought it was time to give Mewtwo some love, so it comes out and a couple of Psychics take care of her Ludicolo, allowing us to defeat May. Now that we can see the Kecleon that are in our way, we get some static encounter opportunities. I think the fairest way to do it will be to only take 1. Ooh, okay, I think I'm going to take this straight away because Heracross is one of my favourites. There we go, Heracross has been captured. Mark Gafana, hopefully I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the comment and the follow over on Instagram. This one's after you, mate. We're getting pretty close to the level cap, so I decided just to bite the bullet and fight through the gym and take on the 6th gym leader, Winona. Hopefully, we make it through unscathed. That's a good start for us, that's a good start. A crit Clushcore absolutely destroys her lead Remoraid. A quad super effective Needle Arm one-shots the Barboach. This looks like a bit more of a challenge. Tyranitar. Wow, it absolutely tanked that. That actually works for us. We get a special attack buff. As long as we can hit it, we probably kill from here. If we can hit. And we do. Let's go, Redster! 2 Hyper Potions only delay the inevitable, which is Largan absolutely destroying Glalie with Flamethrowers. And some Rock Blasts are more than a match for her final Pokemon, Raichu. And that's it, that's the 6th badge of the run. We made it through unscathed. Depending on who can learn it, that's not actually that bad. At least it's not garbage like all the other ones we've been getting. Okay, time for our Route 120 encounter. A Trapinch! I'm a big fan of Flygon, so we'll take it. Cool. And Trapinch has been captured. KD Walden, thank you so very much for the comment and the follow over on Instagram. This one's after you, mate. Now it's time for our Route 121 encounter. After what seemed like hours of running into Parasects and Paras Dupes Claws, we finally found something that isn't dupes. We got an Electrode here. Samuel Reed, thank you so very much for the follow and the comments. This one's after you. Okay, now we've got a big chance for an encounter here. The Safari Zone, what are we going to get? A Jolteon, let's go! My equal favourite Pokemon. Connor, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Jolteon has pure power.
Very nice.
Our Route 122 encounter before we head into Mount Pyre. A Piloswine. Not too bad, I guess. There we go, Piloswine captured. Jalen Bro NRL, thank you very much for the follow. Sounds like you're a fellow Aussie as well, so this one is after you, mate. Okay, we'll get our Mount Pyre encounter inside the building. Let's see what we get. A Trico! Very good. I mean, I think all of the Gen 3 starters are fantastic, but we will definitely take this. And Trico has been captured. Flabby Clam, thank you so much for the subscription over on YouTube. This one's after you. Okay, time for our Route 123 encounter. A Doduo? I mean, Dodrio's definitely not a bad flying type, so we'll take it. And Doduo has been captured. Elian, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Hernandez, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. So this battle technically is optional in the games. You don't need to fight May here if you don't want to access the mart. But because we want the randomized items and potentially randomized TMs, we're going to fight May, beat her, hopefully, and get some good items. Alright, a Bayleaf. We don't need to be scared. We got some coverage. We're going to switch because I don't want that accuracy drop to come back to bite us. That was a crit, and that's all it did. Alright, that's nice. We got hit with a sand attack, so I switched to Largan to finish off the Bayleaf. A quad super effective magical leaf easily takes down Barboach. And Remoraid. That's back to back, so we had... Winona had a Barboach and a Remoraid, and now so has our rival. Gardevoir smashes it with the Needle Arm. One last confusion from Gardevoir finishes off the Cyndaquil, and that is our final encounter with May for the rest of the run. Okay, let's get our Lilycove encounter. Ursaring? I mean, we're definitely not short on just strong normal types, but we'll take it. Ursaring has been captured. Carter Bricado, thank you very much for the follow and the comment. This one's after you. Alright, our Magma Hideout encounter. What can we get? A Raichu, and Raichu has been captured. AJ Johnson, thank you so much for the comment. This one's after you. We've grabbed a bunch of encounters, and now it's time to take down some evil team leaders. Ponyta is a great lead for us. Oh, maybe not. Ponyta goes down to a couple of Surfs. A Psychic from a Mewtwo is more than a match for the high level Arbok. And despite dealing some big damage with an Earthquake, a couple of Needle Arms finish off the Sharpedo to get us the win. Okay, can we get a good static encounter here? Okay, that's dupes, so hopefully this one's not dupes as well. I mean, it's not dupes. And Farfetch'd has been captured. Adam Aiden, thank you very much for all the comments. This one is after you, mate. Oh, the Master Ball's randomized. Lucky we got one then. A Venomoth for our Route 124 encounter, the first of the many ocean routes. And the Venomoth has been captured. Ozzy. Hopefully we're not butchering that too much, but either way, thank you very much for the follow and the comment. This one is after you. Okay, our Moss Deep encounter. A Smeargle, I mean, obviously has the ability to learn any move with Sketch. And the Smeargle has been captured. Dino Crunch, thank you very much for the subscription and comment over on YouTube. This one's after you. Route 125. An Electrike. Okay, very cool. I like Manectric. We do have Jolteon, but this is still very, very cool. And Electrike has been captured. Riley Welch, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Just a random trainer battle where we have 4 evolutions out. How cool is this? After making it to Moss Deep, it's time to get a bunch of encounters to make life easier for us in the future. Our Route 127 encounter. A Seal? And Seal has been captured. Sebastian Policina, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Our Route 128 encounter. A Vaporeon! We are just collecting evolutions out here. And Vaporeon has been caught. Lukey, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. This is a double battle, so it's going to be trickier than all the other ones. Let's see how we go. Looks like we need 5 hits to beat it. You never know. Oh, wow, we only got 2. After Aggron takes down the Salamence, they send out a Zapdos, which is okay. We're going to use the same move against it and hopefully be alright. I thought we were going to outspeed, but that was the Quick Claw that popped. That's foolish of me, and that mistake has cost us another death. That should be the Grumpig gone. No! What? How tanky is this thing? Come on, 3 hits. Come on, let's kill this thing. Awesome, let's go. Aggron's taken down the Salamence and the Zapdos. Alright, this is okay. A Slowpoke and a Grumpig. We can deal with that. E-Speed on a Slowpoke is some irony right there. This should hopefully take this thing out, and then we'll just be able to finish the Grumpig off. I don't think the crit was necessary, but we'll take it. This Grumpig is like Goat Pig right here. And that is it. Grumpig falls, and we take down Tate and Liza for the penultimate badge of the run. We took down the 7th gym, but it did not come without a price. Redster, I'm so sorry that you had to go like this. It's my fault, and I will avenge you. Farewell, Redster the Gyarados. Alright, it's time for the Seafloor Cavern encounter. I don't mind Lapras, it's definitely a decent Pokemon. Lapras has been captured. The Great One, thank you very much for the follow and all the comments. This one is after you. Now it's time to take on Archie. A super effective Psychic easily OHKOs the Weezing. Trico comes out, so we switch to Largan to hit it with some Flamethrower action. And it one-shots it. Mewtwo finishes the battle just like it started, with Psychic taking down his Pokemon, and this time it gets us the victory. And now these two knuckle brains have put the world into absolute chaos. I think like most people, I generally count the underwater route as just one single route. We can't get an encounter under the water every single route that there is encounters under the water, if that makes sense. So let's get our underwater encounter now. A Steelix! And Steelix has been captured. David, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Now that we've got to go to Sky Pillar to set Rayquaza free, we have a massive amount of water encounters between us and there, so let's get started. Okay, a Fearow. And Fearow has been captured. Michael Fairweather, thank you for the follow. This one's after you. Route 130 brought us an Apom. Dexter, thanks for the follow. This one's after you. Route 131. A Skarmory. Okay, another steel type. Skarmory has been caught. Thomas Eldridge, thank you for the follow. This one's after you. Alright, let's get our Pacifilog encounter. Okay, after literally dozens of dupes encounters of Aggron and Vaporeon, we finally get an Ivysaur here in Pacifilog. There we go. Corey McLean, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. Alright, our Sky Pillar encounter. That's dupes, man. Alright, maybe the second floor. A Ninjask? At least it's something that we haven't already caught. And Ninjask has been caught. Tyrell, thank you for the follow. This one's after you. Alright, let's get our Sutopolis encounter. A Fluffy! I like the Mareep lineup. And Fluffy has been caught. Max Tosh, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you, mate. A Zangoose! I like Zangoose. I'm happy with this. And Zangoose has been captured. The name's Jim. Thank you very much for the follow. And that rings true because this Zangoose's name is now Jim. Our Route 115 encounter. We just caught a Ninja, so we don't have to catch this thing. Can we get something that's not a Nincada? A Mew! Woo! Woo! Let's go. Mew has been captured. Lou, thank you very much for the follow. This one's nice and easy. We're just changing one letter. This one's after you. We're back in Dewford because we kept getting dupes with the old rod, so now it's time to see if we can get a surf encounter. Okay, we just caught this. A Hoppip. Oh, that's definitely a turnaround from the highs of Mew. There we go. We caught the Hoppip. Caper or Kappa, sorry if I mispronounced that one, but thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. We've made it to the 8th and final gym of the run. Can we get this done? Nice. We stay in for the Sandshrew and one-shot it with a Leaf Blade. A Wingull? We have the perfect answer for that. A quad super effective Thunderbolt easily finishes the Wingull. Oh no. I accidentally skipped what was coming in and I gambled going to Aggron. Clamperl had Arena Trap and it one-shot us with a Water Spout. We avenge it with a Thunderbolt. Pidgeot, it looks like Jolteon is just the answer to his team, which it normally would be. I don't know if the crit mattered, but we will take it. And a Ledibar, the final Pokemon. Come on. And there it is. Largan one-shots Ledibar with a Flamethrower, taking down one for the 8th and final badge of the run. We're on our way to the Pokemon League, and there's a couple of encounters between us and there. Barboach, okay. A Poor Man Swampert. There we go, Barboach has been captured. Jake Altman, thank you very much for the follow. The Evergreen encounter is after you. Victory Road, let's get the encounter. Boy, oh boy, a Moltres, okay. A Fire Chicken is the possible encounter. Let's go, Moltres! Hilai, thank you for the follow. This one is after you. Alright, here we are. Our legendary for the run. Our chance to use the Master Ball. What's it gonna be? A Registeel. And there we go. We've got the Registeel. What normally is Rayquaza. GF, G Faulkner, thank you very much for the follow and the comment. This one is after you. Alright, it's time for the final Wally rival battle of the run. Alright, a Skarmory. Another Arena Trap Mon. Oh boy. This thing resists all of our moves. It has Arena Trap and it's 4 levels higher. Uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, a one-hit KO move. This thing's confused, and it lands the Sheer Cold. Another death. Come on, Largan, let's avenge Gims. A Pure Power Aeroblast takes down Spoink. Nice, we get the one-shot with the Thunderbolt over Swablu. Let's just go balls to the wall here with Mewtwo. Couple of Psychics finish off Clefable. Let's do it. Psycho Boost. Come on, let's one-shot his final Pokemon. Beautiful. And one huge Psycho Boost one-shots his final Pokemon Spheal to take down Wally. But boy oh boy, it came at a cost. It's been an absolute pleasure. You've served us extremely well. But Gims, the God of War, it's time to say goodbye. Boy oh boy, these debts are starting to mount up at the wrong time. Unfortunately, we now have to rebuild the team. So we're going to go and get all of the encounters that we have missed on the map so far, and then we're going to come back and take on the Elite Four. It's time to start picking up all these last encounters, so here we are kicking off with Route 132. Rapidash, okay, pretty cool. There we go, Rapidash has been captured. Scaring the hose. I'm not sure if I can say that. I don't know, I guess so. Thank you very much for the follow and the comment. This one is after you. Route 133. I love Disc. Blitz, thank you for the follow and the comment. This one's after you. Route 134. Okay, Altaria. I don't think we've caught a Swabbler yet. Altaria has been caught. CJ Johnson, thanks for the follow. This one's after you. A Magmar is our Route 108 encounter. And Magmar has been captured. Manthing, number 1 fan, thank you for the follow. This one's after you. Route 105 is an Absol. And I absolutely love this Pokemon. Absol has been captured. Jacob, thank you very much for the follow. This one's after you. A Beldum for the abandoned ship encounter. Good steel type replacement. Very hard to catch though. And Beldum has finally been captured. Connor Byrne, thank you very much for the follow and the comment. This one's after you. I decided to go with a level cap of 51, which is the level of the second Elite Four members ace, rather than going to the 55, which is the champion, because we've got a pretty solid team and we don't want to make this too easy. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. So these are the 6 Pokemon that are hopefully going to carry us to glory. We've got Connor the Jolteon with Thunderbolt, Volt Tackle, a PP Max boosted Aeroblast and Leaf Blade. Nova the Dragonite with Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, Aerial Ace and Signal Beam. Mitchell the Mewtwo with a PP Max boosted Psychic, Calm Mind, Powder Snow and Poison Fang. Megami the Slacking with Signal Beam, Super Fang, Strength and Cosmic Power. Largan the Flareon with Flamethrower, Muddy Water, Magical Leaf and Spore. And finally, Connor B, the Metagross with Extra Sensory, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind and Icy Wind. So let me know in the comments, 1, if you think we'll win, and 2, how many deaths, if any, you think we'll have. Elite Four member number 1. We lead with our Speedster Jolteon. We get the one shot with Thunderbolt. Okay, Nidorina comes out, so we're going to switch to one of our Psychic types. Psychic gets the one shot over Nidorina. Piloswine gets a Teeter Dance off, so we are confused. Hopefully we break through. We hit ourselves in confusion. It has Magnitude. Okay, luckily that was only a Magnitude 5, but we're going to have to get out of here, so we need to go to someone that has either Grass, Fire, or Water type moves. So he should heal here, so let's go for a Calm Mind to set ourselves up. A Calm Mind boosted Psychic gets the Oko on the Piloswine after causing us a little bit of trouble. We resist the Ice Punch with our Steel typing, and we get to hit it with a super effective Shadow Ball. Metagross finishes off the Hypno with a super effective Shadow Ball. Metagross stays in and gets the knockout with the Shadow Ball over his final Pokemon Execute. And that's it. The first member of the Elite Four down. Here we go, time to take on the second member of the Elite Four. We stick with Jolteon as our lead and we get the one shot with the Thunderbolt over her first Pokemon. Jolteon stays in and one-shots the Cacturn with an Aeroblast. We switched to Slacking for the Meowth. We took a little bit of damage but one-shot it with a crit Signal Beam. Zangoose comes out and fortunately we don't put it into healing range, so 2 strengths are more than a match. Drowsy is our final Pokemon, so we switch to Metagross to finish it off with a Shadow Ball. And that is Elite Four member number 2 down. The first 2 members might have been a little bit cruisy, but now the levels are going to start catching up to us and being higher than what we are. Here we go, time to take on the third member of the Elite Four. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We keep our speedy lead Jolteon and get another Oko with Thunderbolt. She sends out a Torkoal, so we switch to Dragonite to get a little bit of a setup. Okay, that's good. She uses a Sunny Day, which is actually better for us because now we don't have to deal with the Sandstorm damage. Even with the sun up, Torkoal can hardly damage us with some resisted fire type moves, so Dragonite gets the knockout. Nidorina comes out, so we switch to Mewtwo to go for a Psychic and get the one shot. She sends out Bayleaf, so we switch to Largan and we get a one shot with Flamethrower. And she's got an Arcanine. Whew, that was close. Man, that was close. We just survived some hits from Arcanine, but we get the knockout to finish off the third member of the Elite Four. The fourth and final member of the Elite Four. Our run of having super effective attacks against their lead has come to an end. Sets up a Sunny Day, so hopefully we can take it out before it can deal some big damage. But Mewtwo gets the Oko with a Psychic. Super effective Powder Snow finishes off the Hoppip. He sends out Houndour, so he switched to Dragonite. Dragonite takes it down with a couple of Dragon Claws without taking any damage. He sends out a Xatu, which does a little bit of damage with an Aeroblast. So we switch to Jolteon that gets a one-shot with Thunderbolt. And he's got his own slacking. Now this could be a problem. Okay, so he's setting up growths. This probably isn't good. Oh no. He lands the growth boosted Fire Blast, which knocks out Metagross. Oh, let's go! We get a crit Aerial Ace, which is enough to take down the slacking. That's the fourth and final member of the Elite Four done. It did come at a cost losing Metagross, but we have to pick ourselves up quickly because it's time for the champion. We've beaten all of the Elite Four, and now it's time for the champion. We're going to stay in and risk a Leaf Blade here. Boom, let's go. We didn't even need a crit. Muck is his next Pokemon, so we switch to Mewtwo, and boom, there we go. Salamence comes out. Nice. Okay, Salamence gets off some big damage with Outrages, but Powder Snow takes it down. Come on, Largan, breakthrough. Damn. We switch to Dragonite and finishes off the Duskull with a Dragon Claw. 4 down, 2 to go. That's some good damage. We just have to hope we don't get one shot here. Come on, Dragonite. Oh, what? We live on 3 to win the mirror match with a Dragonite that is 5 levels higher. Let's go, Nova. And this is it, his final Pokemon. Let's go, Jolteon. Let's go! We finish off the Elite Four run the same way we started it, with Jolteon getting a one-shot with Thunderbolt. Now that was ridiculously close. We are now the champion. This is actually not the end. Emerald has a final boss battle. Here we go, the final boss battle with Steven Stone. Jolteon one-shots his first Pokemon Castform. He uses a full restore, but that only delays the inevitable, which is Dragonite taking down Camerupt with some Dragon Claws. Whew! A Tail Glow Lugia, oh boy. It was a scary battle, but we get the knockout. He's got his own Flareon. It's a hard decision to make. I think we're gonna let slacking go down here so we can get a safe switch into another Pokemon. Thank you for all your services, slacking. We switch to Dragonite because it resists the fire type. He heals up, but eventually Dragonite takes down Flareon. It's not a fully evolved, but he still has his ace Pokemon. Dragonite did some decent damage, but unfortunately got a little too low in the health, so we switch out to Flareon to finish off the Beldum. His final Pokemon is a Wooper, which is quad weak to grass, so one magical leaf is enough to one-shot it, defeating Steven Stone, and in that winning us the entire run. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought of the video too. We're just in the process of starting our next new series, which is Pokemon Platinum. So if you want to be involved in that, have a Pokemon named after you, join along in the journey, make sure to check out the YouTube Shorts feed and TikTok.